Yo, what is up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be going over our first roster update of the year, and today we're going to go over 10 under the radar players for the next roster update. Right now we don't have a date for next roster update. They happen every 3 weeks, but if you're new to the channel, drop a like, subscription. We're trying 1,000 subs, and let me give you an overview of what is a roster update. So if you're new to the game, you just have us player, and let's say he plays good or bad in real life. And those changes are going to be reflected in his in-game card. And because his in-game card is going to go up in overall or down in overall, that's going to affect his value. So it is basically the stock market for players in MLB The Show. So our first player is Matt Chapman, and I want you to forget about his hitting stats for just 10 seconds and consider the fact that he has a gold fielding badge and 71 speed. So a lot of his 79 overall is allocated to those two sections that he has so much room to grow in his hitting section. So let's talk about his hitting section for just a good 20 seconds. He has a 477 average with a 521 on base percentage and 1,362 on base plus slugging, which is absurd and unheard of. So far in the year, he's had 44 at-bats with 3 home runs, 15 RBIs, 4 walks, which is incredible and something that you're not going to see too often. So I really think that he could be one of those players that jump up to a really high gold, or if MLB The Show is feeling a bit frisky since it's a 3-week roster update, he could jump up to diamond in one update because he has been there before. So Gleyber Torres has not been as hot as Matt Chapman, but that doesn't mean he's a bad investment either. Matt Chapman is going to be one of those cards that's really expensive because everyone knows he's balling out, but Gleyber Torres might be a bit more under the radar. So far this year, he's had 2 home runs, 6 RBIs, but one big thing is 5 stolen bases. And I don't know how MLB The Show is going to take this first update, but right now he's a 32 stealing. I can see that jumping up a good 40, 50 points, especially with how everybody's stealing bases. That could be a big thing that comes into our first update. So I really do see Gleyber Torres jumping in that hitting category because he is balling out while hitting. He does have a bronze fielding badge, which may hurt him, but I do see Gleyber Torres maybe taking a 2 to 3 overall jump in the next update. So Matt Olson this year has been balling for an 82 overall. If we look at his hitting stats, he's had 4 home runs on the year already and a 1,120 OPS. So when you really look at it, where does he need to improve? He has a 62 and 64 contact, but it doesn't mean that his power is not going to be upgraded. It definitely is going to be upgraded across the board. He's had 10 walks to 18 strikeouts, which definitely will hurt him in those areas. But I really do think that the benefits are going to outweigh the costs, and he could go to 84, 85 in the next update with these stats. Will Smith, I'd say right now, is one of the best players to pick up because of the fact that his value is 2,100 to pick up, and quick sell value for an 85 overall is 3,000. So he only needs to make a 1 overall jump, maybe a few good days in the 3-week gap of a roster update to get himself to that diamond overall tier. So he has a 1,034 OPS. I think that's just enough to say, even though he has gold hitting, that he'll just get enough in enough places to say that he's going to be a diamond. If he holds up how he's been playing, which I think he can for just a week and a half, he will definitely get that diamond in my opinion. So now back to some players who actually have some fielding stats. First one who has above a bronze since Matt Chapman in our list, we have Jimenez. Since the start of the year, he's had an 896 OPS and has a silver hitting badge. He dominates in the contact field, so he does need to have a little bit more pop. But what have we seen that says that he's going to get a little bit more pop, along with definitely a boost to his contact already? He's had 1 home run. He's had 5 doubles on the season, which really do give him a lot more of a chance to get into that higher power section. Already has great speed, good fielding. He definitely should see a 1 to 2 overall jump in the next update. Brian Henderson is going to be our only bronze player on this list, but for good reason. He has gold fielding, meaning he could hit with a pool noodle and still get his overall upgraded in his hitting stats. So he has common hitting stats. He's a bum in his hitting stats, meaning that his 303 average, 429 on base percentage, and his 1,035 on base slugging is insane for him. He's going to upgrade across the board. I don't even need to go and say what he's been doing. He's got 3 home runs. He's got 10 RBIs. Got 8 walks to 12 strikeouts. He's been balling this season for a bronze. He will go up in value. It is more of your decision to say, is he going to go up in value enough to make it a return on investment based on his value currently? I would say that you could get a few of him, like a good 30. I don't know, maybe drop all your stubs in him if you're feeling like a merchant, but that's what I do for Brian. They said Wander Franco couldn't hit home runs. They said he didn't have power. With 41 and 60 power ratings, he's going to go up like crazy. He's got 4 home runs and 1,021 on base plus slugging. So you know that hitting is going up. Even though he does have a gold hitting badge, the Rays are winning games. He's going to get opportunities to drive runners in, look good. And it doesn't matter that he has gold fielding. Now, do I think he's worth his price? I'd say that you got to keep him on a watch list. He is a bit high right now, but he will go up in overall definitely. With his bronze fielding, that's not helping him out too much, and he already dominates at the plate. So keep an eye on Wander Franco. Ty France is a 78 overall with a gold hitting badge, meaning he has to ball out hitting if he's going to improve in that category. He's a tough one. I think he needs to start hitting with a bit more power, but he's great to have on a watch list right now. If he makes it up to an 80 overall, he makes a return on his investment. So I'd say keep him on a watch list right now. If he hits 1 or 2 home runs, drop all your stubs into that man. But all he is missing is just 1 or 2 home runs from setting him from a silver to a gold. Taylor Ward is one of those players I really recommend you invest in. He has a silver hitting badge, which means he does not have a lot to climb in his hitting category to make it to the next level. He has a 311 average, 404 on base percentage, and an 871 on base plus slugging. With 2 home runs on the year, I do think that's enough power, enough pop that's going to allow him to get to that next stage. He's hitting well across the board, so you really don't need to focus on certain categories he'll improve in. He'll get 2 here, he'll get 3 there, 3 in another category. Doesn't really matter. 72 speed, also a very good stat. Really, there's not a lot that Taylor Ward needs to do, and he's at a really good price right now with a sell now at 200. An 80 overall is a quick sell value of 300, so that's an investment that makes profit 50% on it, right? Jorge Matteo is your mid-tier Matt Chapman to Brian Anderson, and I'll tell you why. He has silver fielding, but insane speeds with 99 speed, 91 stealing, and 98 base running aggressiveness, which doesn't even matter. But over the year, he's had 286 average, 375 on base percentage, 2 home runs, which is crazy high. And the stolen bases don't matter, but he's got 6 of them, which is crazy. So what more can you ask from Jorge Matteo? You definitely know he's going to go up in overall with his common hitting badge. So where do I see him going? I could see him making a 3 to 4 overall jump in this next update because he's hitting like Aaron Judge on a bad week. So that brings us to the end of the video. Drop a comment on which player you want me to do next. And please like and subscribe. Help us grow the channel. We're on our road to 1,000 subs. And thank you.
What we do here is go back.